Dopest dope I've ever smoked. Hands down, dopest dope I've ever smoked.
Good morning, Vietnam. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everybody else is having a good morning. Oh, I need to change that number so it's off a little bit there. See that? And blast off. There we go. Holy cow. I did just calibrate my mic or my cam. Oh, I know what happened. I know exactly what happened. For some reason I clicked something, which immediately means that it's going to destroy itself and make me mad in any way that it possibly can. So anyways, that's where we're at. So excuse me. There we go. Hi, hello. That's what it's supposed to look like. My computer just loves to mess with me. I just love it so much. My game popped off. Oh, look at that. Hello. Hello, good morning. I'm going to get me some contacts, man. Fuzzy in my hair. All right, so how we doing, man? Hopefully everybody's good. We're having a good morning so far. Everything's all Gucci over here. We'll go ahead and pop this back over to the left side of the screen, the left monitor. Por favor. All right, guys. So let's see. Yesterday we left off playing some Final Fantasy. I'm going to we're going to watch this for a little bit while I warm up. We watched the first part of this yesterday, so and turn that off. So anyways, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pick back up. We'll probably watch the rest of it, part 3, tomorrow, just so that I can kind of like set up and get my thing going here. And yeah, it'll be good. Sorry I was a little bit late. We were eating some buffalo pizza for morning breakfast. much healthy. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get this going. I'm really excited. I love the 1.0 story so much, and I thought that the first part yesterday was really good, so I'm looking forward to see what kind of information I get to soak up today. 720p, 60 FPS. The fuck? Hello? Good morning.
So what did you think from your perspective as CFO to fix this problem? It's going to cost a lot of money. It's going to involve creating a new game. It's going to involve keeping the other game still running. Did you think at that time that that was a solid investment, that that's what Square Enix should be doing, or did you think that it was a risky venture?
単純にそこだけ見るとね、すごくリスクの高い話多分。
Dude, it's more than risky. The fact that they were willing to undertake an entire two entire games, like they knew 1.0 was failing badly and it was going to die, and so they had to do something about it. So they start up 2.0, Realm Reborn, and while he's working on that, they have another team trying to patch the current version that's out so that the current players are also happy, because you can't just forget about them, right? Like, and it's a double-edged sword, as they call it.
なるというふうに思うんですけれども。まあさすがにTurn
this up a bit. You guys can hear it.
当社はね、ナンバリングタイトルでフラッグシップのタイトルで MMO、これだけのタイトルなわけですから、それがこのままサービスが頓挫してしまうというのは、これは非常に将来的にまずいと。これはやっぱり経営上これ非常に大きなダメージを与えるということで。再度作り直しと並行してやるということの投資に関しては、これはまあはっきり言ってやっぱりやるべきっていうか、まあ、やらざるを得ないというふうな判断でしたね。ものすごい財務的なリスクがものすごい大きかったですけどね。
It was very interesting. Like, I felt like 11 did really well. I didn't really I played some 11. I remember leveling up in the dunes or whatever and getting parties and grinding mobs for hours. But anyways, I thought I knew 11, I thought did at least halfway decent. And so I know the rap that they got from 14 was just not good at all. Eat this last piece. And we're using KFC Ranch to dip grocery store pizza. We get over here.
Hello and welcome back to our series on the fall and rise of Final Fantasy XIV Online. We rejoin Yoshida-san and the team at Square Enix at the start of a long adventure, and with players leaving en masse and the clock ticking, it was time for them to formulate a plan. But how exactly do you rebuild an MMO while people are still playing it? Yoshida-san set his eyes on a 2013 launch date for the new version of 14, as he wanted to have the game out for fans within the PlayStation 3's lifecycle. But to do this while still patching 1.0, he would have to create an entirely new MMO in less than half the time of most conservative estimates. So before we get into specifics of what exactly was changed, I wanted to know how he did it. So for a moment, we step away from game design and dive into a critically important aspect of video games development that we rarely talk about: project management.
Designing an MMO must, I just imagine the timeline for something like this is at least 5 years for anything, and you're being asked to do it in less than half of that probably. When you're designing games, when we talk to people, so much of it is iterative, that you create something and
hold on.
Then you refine it, you brush it, and then you look at it again. But you didn't have that luxury. You had to make sure that the version of A Realm Reborn that was coming out at that date was the final package. So did that change the way that you had to set up the team and the way your workflow kind of went?
They do a very good job of editing, like, his look of interest as the Japanese speaker, maybe even the guy in the video, I don't know if he speaks Japanese. but showing his reaction from the Japanese talk in correlation with what he's saying with English. So like as he says, oh, your project, blah, 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 he actually nods and says, you know, yeah, he knows what he's talking about. As he's speaking English, but he's actually lining it up while the guy's speaking Japanese. It's very good editing.
の開発に5年が普通だっていうのはもうちょっと強く言っといてくださいまずそのスケジュールトラブルを起こさないためのそのマネジメントの工夫としてはなんだろうな言い方がちょっと難しいんですけど、ものすごく腕のいい特に100人に1人しかぐらいしかいないようなプログラマーがたくさんやっぱりいるわけではないのでかつものすごい短い期間で大量のコンテンツやアセットを作らなければいけないので人がたくさんどうしても並行作業が多くなる。
I hear some stuff while I hear Japanese, like it sounded like he said contentonso or content, something about content, which I would think assets. I don't know. There's some words I hear in Japanese that I pick up and like it still has a nuance from like English somehow has a nuance from that. I don't know, dude. I hear some words and they're still kind of like it.
なるとかかってしまう能力のこの差をある意味高いレベルに合わせるんじゃなくて
From the best to the worst.
低いレベルに合わせるというか言い方が難しいな平均的なところに合わせるっていうそのマネージメントをすることでリスクをなくすってことをしましたこの後ちょっともうちょっと詳しく話しますで、何をしたかというととにかく一つのタスク例えばドラグーンというそのジョブを作るっていう時に今言った
So it's weird. Do they not have a word for dragoon in Japanese? Did they really model one of their classes off of a completely English word? You know what I mean? I wonder. Or do they have a completely different name for it? Oh no. All right, give me 1.3 seconds. I just need to go throw this in the trash downstairs. I'll be right back. Twitch streamer. Podolski. Mare. Twitch streamer. Those. Don't fall. All right, dude. We're gonna see. Get you about that fan. All right, my bad. Let's continue.
ドラグーンっていうジョブを作るっていうタイトルって1タスクに見えるけどそうじゃない実際には何個のドラグーンにはアクションが必要でそのアクション一つプログラミングするのに、どれだけかかるかもちろんそのドラグーンの特定のアクションを作るために仕様書も必要だし仕様書を作った後は実際にその仕様書に例えば2時間かかるならそれを例えば僕に確認依頼が飛んで僕がチェックするのに例えば15分かかる そのぐらい一つのタスクに見えるものを徹底的にもう細かく分解させるっていう、ちょっとなんだろうな、究極のそのミニマムな管理方法を引いたので、まあ、スタッフは結構ストレスだっただろうなとは思います。
You're a genius though. Listen.
でそのさらにシングルタスクに対して最もこのタスクが自分で早く終わると予測される時間、この時間でこのタスクが完了したら自分を褒めてもいい。逆にこのタスクがこの時間以上かかってしまったら給料をもらう資格がないっていうぐらい、その最悪の。
That's such an interesting work concept. In America, that does not fly. Oh, I don't think I did a good enough job to get paid. In America, you can literally stand around and do nothing all day, every day, and they expect to be paid $15 an hour. That's just currently the meta of life. It's really, really sad, man. It really is.
ケースっていう、そのミニマムで終わる時間とマックスかかってもこれだけだろうっていう時間を両方申告させて、その平均値で基本的にはスケジュールを管理するっていう、本当にミニマムマイクロマネージメント、マイクロすぎるぐらいのマイクロマネージメントをしてました。
Exactly what it is.
それをウィーク、最初はウィークでみんなそのやり方に慣れてもらうために毎週1週間でそのマネジメントを回して、で1週間経つと結果が出るので、さらにそこに個人パラメータ、例えば吉田はやたらとミニマムをこう短い時間で申告するけど、結局タスクが終わってみるとマックスに寄りがちだなってなった場合は 50% で見積もるんじゃなくて、もうその係数をかけて、吉田はマックス側に寄るからきっと次の週のスプリントはもうちょっとマックス側に寄るだろうみたいなのをどんどんこうで個人特性までそうやって管理してたので、1日の稼働時間は1時間ではありますけど、まあ、トイレに行ったりっていう時間も必要だし、あと必ずミーティングやその会議室でのミーティングじゃなかったとしても、スタッフと仕様の打ち合わせを絶対にそのデスクトゥデスクでフェイストゥフェイスでやることがあると思うので、1日の稼働は6時間で計算してましたね、その時は。全員6時間、8時間では見ない。大体慣れてきたらそれをまあ2週間スプリントに変えて、あとは毎朝必ずスタンドアップミーティングをして、それぞれのセクションで自分のタスクが今どうなってるのか、誰かのタスクが遅れてるせいで自分のタスクに取り掛かれないとかいうのは毎朝スタンドアップミーティングをして、ではこのタスクを入れ替えてこっちを先にやってくれないとこの人が止まってしまうからっていうのをもう全部毎朝やってましたね。だからスクラム
I feel like if you're a modern MMO maker, you need to like just listen to what he's saying right here. He's telling you how to make a successful MMO, okay? Take notes. Come on. Come on, Kickstarter MMOs.
のスクラムっていうそのマネジメント手法のちょっと変形型ですね。ただ最後に言っときますけど、このマイクロマネジメント普通じゃないのでおすすめしないですよ。まあ、2年弱で MMORPG を作る、逆に言うとスタッフにも2年かからず終わるから、このマネジメントだから今は我慢してって言ってやってもらったものなので、一般的には絶対おすすめしないです。細かすぎます。
I mean, anyone can come in and say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna rebuild the game. Follow me." But he came in with, this huge Excel that had all of these lists of everything on it, what we're going to do here, what we're going to do here, this is when we're going to do them by, and this is what we're going to do here. And to see that, it's like, okay, this isn't just a stopgap type of thing where president's like, okay, crazy here, let's just change the leader and hopefully things will, get better. It was an actual, okay, this guy really wants to do this. He has this plan.
Yoshida had them running like a well-oiled machine, so it was time to get to work. First things first, they had to start the rollout of patches for 1.0, but a critical part of the failure of the first game was the poor communications the development team had with their community. So to keep diehard fans on board during this protracted period of redevelopment, they had to be a lot more transparent.
What we explain to players at very first is it was failure. I mean, failure. So we need to restart the game. But I mean, we at that timing we didn't announce the. I mean, Realm Reborn is not announced, but we are going to fix this game. We need more communication. So just list all the changes, plan changes. So some, I mean, upper management people doesn't like this because if you show this to the players, I mean, player knows what we will do. So, I mean, after that, you did this, but you didn't do this, you didn't this. Everyone can check that. So,
Yep.
I mean, some people doesn't really like that way. But I mean, when Yoshida-san and myself are discussing how we deal with the community, but what we need to do is to establish the trust.
確かに、今の14のそのユーザーベースから見れば当時のユーザーベースはものすごい小さかったと思う、今と比較すれば。ただ、メディアの皆さんからもそのプレイヤーからもそのファイナルファンタジー14はもうダメだ、むしろなんであんなダメなゲーム遊んでるの君たちどうかしてるんじゃないのって言われながらも、いやファイナルファンタジーシリーズだから絶対何とかしてくれるはず、いやこれはこれで僕らは楽しんでるからほっといてくれ。その11だって最初の頃はいろいろあったけどきっと良くなるはずって言って数はもちろん今と比較したらすごく小さいそのコミュニティだったかもしれないけど誰よりもスクエアエニックスやファイナルファンタジーのことを応援してくれている人たちだったのでこの人たちを無視するんだと多分この先もうファイナルファンタジーはダメだろうと思ってたのでむしろ何よりも大切にしなきゃいけない部分だったっていうのが最も大きい理由。それは何億円使おうが回収できない後でコストだと思うので信頼ってそういうことなのかなっていうふうに会社にもプレゼンテーションしましたし僕もそう思ってたから続けましたけど、あともう一つやっぱり大きなポイントは本当にファイナルファンタジー14がリバンプしてその大逆転するためには絶対に彼らの力が必要だっていうことももう一つ重要な意味を持っていると考えてました。
Next, Yoshida split his team in half, some working on the new version of 14 and others working on the updates to 1.0, what he called the guts version of the game. But with so much of the game requiring fixing, where do you even start?
まず一番最初にやらなきゃいけないと思ったのはインターフェースをとにかくなんて言うんだろうな最低限遊べるように正直本当申し訳ない話なんですけど僕最初にやっぱりオリジナルの14触った時にインターフェースがあまりにもなんだろうひどすぎて話にならない。だって PC バージョンしか出てないのにゲームパッドがないとまともに遊べない。聞いたことがないそんな PC ゲームマウスキーボードでまともに遊べないゲームなんか見たことがなかったのでいくらそのコンテンツを作ろうがジョブを作ろうがインターフェースがダメだったらコンテンツの面白さに到達する前に人はゲームをやめてしまうのでとにかくインターフェースを直さないとゲームにならないっていうふうに考えたので一番最初にすごい丁寧に取り掛かったのはやっぱりインターフェースの改修っていうところですね。僕最初にプレイした時5分ぐらいでやめちゃいましたもん。でもね笑い話でクイットの仕方が分からなくてウィンドウの右上にある×ボタンを押そうとしたんですよ。で押したら
I missed that. Hold on.
でもねですね僕最初にプレイした時5分ぐらいでやめちゃいましたもん。でもね笑い話でクイットの仕方が分からなくてウィンドウの右上にある×ボタンを押そうとしたんですよ。で押したらこのままゲームを終了するとデータがセーブされない可能性があります。それでもよろしいですかってダイアログが出るのね。いやいやよくないでしょって。いや僕はエンジニアだからサーバーに常に書き込んでるからそんなわけないじゃんって思ってるんですけど万が一のことがあるから多分出てるんですよそのダイアログ。でも意味がわからない。そうなるともう怖くて押せないですよね。なんだこれでノーって押すとまたゲームにいるわけでしょ。 X 押すとダイアログでしょ。どうやってクイットするんだよこのゲーム。
Interface isn't sexy, it's not something you tend to hear a lot about in video games coverage, because really, when it's done correctly, you're not supposed to notice it. So when the early patches for the game concentrated on interface and quality of life updates, much of the community began to get frustrated. The team needed to fix it quickly, so Yoshida employed the help of a Square veteran, one of the developers, on that original 1.0 task force.
はい、皆川博と申します。ファイナルファンタジー14ではユーザーインターフェースの、設計デザインとあとアート的なビジュアルの方も担当しています。よろしくお願いします。今47歳なんですけれども、25の時に入社したのでもう22年経ちますね。当時はまだスクエアエニックスがスクエアという会社だった。
Yeah, people don't even remember what Squaresoft was. What's Square?
ので、ですね、ファイナルファンタジータクティクスの、アートディレクターを担当していました。なので普段は少ない情報、なるべく少ない情報やシンプルな表示を心がけているんですけれども、今回はカスタマイズ性というかよりツール的な考え方でいろんなプレイヤーがそれぞれ自分の好きなカスタマイズができるようにということを普段よりも強く意識してます。まあやはりバトルがテンポのスピーディーなテンポのゲームなので、でいろんなプレイヤーがそれぞれ自分の好きなカスタマイズができる。まあやはりバトルがテンポのスピーディーなテンポのゲームなので、カーソルフォーカスを十字キーで動かしながら決定するっていう、そういう操作性ではちょっとゲームにならないだろうというところがあったので、かなり最初の頃にクロスホットバーというアクションを選択するインターフェースを考えたんですけれども、ただこのインターフェース自体は割と昔から他のゲームで自分自身作ったり使ったりしていたものだったので、絶対それでいけるだろうなという思いはありました。なので実はそこはあまり苦労していなかったりします。例えば表現方法が変わると必ず僕はこっちの方が良かったっていう話は来るんですね。例えばインベントリーは以前はテキストで表示されていたんですけれども、アイコンになると当然なんか似ていてよくわからないとか、なので両方欲しいっていう話は受けて、両方作るのは大変なんだよなっていうそういうところがありました。
The main thing is that you're not going to be able to please everybody. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people it's hard to realize that. There's always going to be people who don't like what you're doing.
今でも ARR のリリースから積み残しの仕事リストみたいなのがあるんですけれども、2年以上経って今入るみたいな機能もたまにあったりします。
でもう一つはバトルシステムをとにかく変更しないとコンテンツが作れない。つまりあまり良くないバトルシステムをベースにして、コンテンツを作ったとしてもコンテンツが面白くならない。だから順番としてはインターフェースを修正しながらバトルシステムを変更してやっとその先にコンテンツを作るっていうのが、順番としては僕は真っ当だと思った。当時のバトルシステムも当時は15人でパーティーが組めてあって、しかもマジックポイント MP の管理っていうものがほぼなかったので、当時のファイナルファンタジー
True. Hold up 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. My bad. Oh.
14の中で最強の回復魔法だったケアルガーっていうスペルをずっと連打してても MP がゼロにならない。延々ケアルガーして OK。 で他の魔法いらないよねじゃあ。とにかく当時は15人で一つのモンスターを殴りまくって回復しまくってっていうすごい大雑把なゲームだったので、これを戦略的なバトルシステム計算式に変えていかないとコンテンツが面白くならない。だから UI を直しながらバトルシステムを変更して、でそれらの準備をしながら最も重要だと思ってたのはファイナルファンタジーエレメントっていうものをとにかく入れていくことっていうのが次のというか最も大きな課題だっていうふうに思ってました。
A lot of people bitch about this, this aspect of that they started, like they put in stuff from 6 and 5 and 4 and 10 and 9 and they're like, oh, it just feels like every Final Fantasy is just thrown together. I love that, okay? But play on people's nostalgia all you want, dude. That's great. I love that kind of crap. You want to throw in a throwback to something from 6? Go for it, man. I'm all in. You want to give me a lock pet? Let's go.
なぜなら当時ジョブもなかった、ナイトもいない、ブラックメイジもいない、ホワイトメイジもいない。これはファイナルファンタジーなのか。チョコボに乗れるわけでもないし、イフリートは出てきてるけど戦えないし、一体何なんだこのゲーム。だから
Dude, how you gonna make a Final Fantasy game and you can't interact with Ifrit, like that one of the number one summons, and then you can't even ride chocobos?
僕らがコンテンツとして入れていかなきゃいけなかったのはやっぱりイフリートやそのガルーダ、いわゆる召喚獣って一般的に呼ばれてるものとのボスバトルを入れていかなきゃいけないと思ったし、チョコボに乗れないなんて MMO なのに話にならないからチョコボにちゃんと乗れるようにしなきゃいけないし、何よりジョブがないのも FF じゃない。少なくとも僕は FF だと思わないので、だったらジョブをちゃんと入れていこうっていうところが、でもそれもやっぱりさっき言ったようにインターフェースとバトルシステムが治ってなければいいものにはならないので。
I really didn't know that you couldn't even ride chocobos, or like the summons weren't even fights for real. What were the bosses? Was it just dungeons?
だから回収をやりながらきちんと仕様を作ってそれを一つずつクリアしていくっていうのを中盤以降は続けて、そこからやっぱりグッドゲームの評判はやっぱり Q40 も良くなっていってプレイヤーもずっと増え続けていったので少しずつですけど、あれは僕らもすごい励まされましたね。やっぱりちゃんと面白いものを作っていけばみんなプレイをしてくれるっていうのも数字の上からもよく見えたので、当時の7つ一気にリリースされた7つのジョブ、パッチナンバーは忘れちゃったけど7つのジョブがいっぺんに実装されたんですけど、たった一人のゲームデザイナーが作ったんで。
Wow.
The team had their sights set on what needed to be changed and how they were going to do it. For the first time in years, they were feeling hopeful, and even better, players were finally starting to respond with positivity. But right as they were settling into this new reality and finding their rhythm, disaster struck.
Oh, jeez.
For 6 minutes, Japan shook. A 9.0 earthquake had struck 200 miles northeast of Tokyo, and a resulting tsunami devastated coastal regions. What followed was a humanitarian and infrastructural disaster that can be barely comprehended. While the country rallied to help those affected, Tokyo suffered aftershocks and frequent electrical blackouts. I asked Yoshida-san if he'd like to share how this had affected the team.
まあ東京もそうは言ってもすごい揺れたので、やっぱりまあ当日はね会社に泊まった方が安全だって言って帰らないでずっとニュースを見てるっていう人たちもいたし、やっぱり東北に家族とかね親戚とかいるスタッフも当然いたので、まあもう正直言うともう開発どころではなかったのは確かにそうですね。で開発なんか優先すべきじゃないと思うので、やっぱりみんな開発者の前に人なので。
Man, can we just give this guy some love? He's like, bro, man, shit's fucked up, man. I get you. People dying, worst earthquake in history. We're gonna chill on Final Fantasy for a bit. Everybody's okay with that, man. Shit was going down. We need more people like this guy. Okay? Okay?
まあ日本中電力が足りなくなっ ていたので、まあ本当に些細なのかもしれないけど、サーバーを全部落とそう。
Power down the servers. Wow. I didn't know they did that.
まあ少しでも協力できることがあればっていうことで、プレイヤーの皆さんにも申し訳ないんですけど。
I'm learning a bunch of stuff from this, dude. They actually shut down servers?
そんな時期でしたね。ただ、サーバーの稼働を再開してから、プレイヤーの方から、まあお手紙をいただいたり、したんですけど、エオルゼアの中で、遠くにいる友達の無事が確認できた。エオルゼアがあったから電話も通じない、連絡の手段がなかったところ、エオルゼアの中にログインしてきてくれたことで、無事だったっていうのが分かった。逆にその周りの人たちの情報っていうのも分かったっていうお話をいくつかいただいて。
Because I guess like Facebook's not prevalent over there, right? They don't use Facebook all the time, do they? Like I remember playing video games back in the day. That's how I kept in touch with a lot of my friends. You know, you logged on to Halo, you logged on to RuneScape, whatever it was. You sent them a mail, you sent them a voice message, whatever. You checked on them, you know. You shared numbers, and not everybody had a cell phone, and you weren't giving your landline to everyone, and can make out of state calls, and I mean, so it's like it's a lot easier to get on a video game and do it.
まあ電力が足りなければ、ね、当然サーバーなんて落とせばいいかなと思うんですけど、そうじゃない限りは続けるっていうことも、エオルゼアを維持しておくっていうことも一つのなんかこうサポートなのかなって思った機会でもありましたね、その時は。だから続けてくれてありがとうって言われたんですよ、ファイナルファンタジー14を。開発で、まああとは最も大きかったのは、実はイフリートの次に戦うボスはリヴァイアさんの予定で、リヴァイアさんをかなりの速度で作ってたんですけど、とてもじゃないけどリリースなんかできないっていう話で、だからイフリートの後、モーグリが実
Wasn't even thinking, dude. They couldn't do the Leviathan because it's a water-based monster, tsunamis and shit. Of course Japan doesn't want to fucking fight that. Holy cow, dude. I'm learning so much about the history of this game.
そうされてるのが、それが理由ですね。
Moogle battle.
あ、急いでモーグリを作る。
I've never done any of this.
というか、企画し直したので。いや、そんなことはなかったですよ。みんなやっぱりそれぞれのあの時期まあ、会社に来れない人たちもまあ何日か会社も休みにしてる。
How do you guys think COVID's affected them? You think they're able to do like a lot, like with technology nowadays, they're able to do a lot of this work at home? You know what I mean?
るんで、ただどっちかっていうと自分たちにできることをやろうっていうみんな感じだった。じゃあ全員で福島に行って何か僕らが活動することって意味があるのか。あれだけたくさんの人たちが押しかけてる中で、だったら僕らはなんだろう、彼らが落ち着いた時にゲームを楽しく遊べるように、僕らは結局ゲーム作るしか脳がないので、まあ、ゲームを作り続けるのが結局何よりなのかもっていう、こういう話はしなかったですけど、みんなそういう感じで復帰してきてましたよ、仕事に。
You could tell it's kind of fucked up for him too. Like him remembering the whole earthquake and shit, you know. You could tell it hit home.
Over the coming months, the team would release patch after patch for 1.0. 1.17 introduced 8-player parties and more stable network infrastructure. 1.18 dropped in June 2011 and was a huge patch that made the game much more playable. Level caps lowered for story quests. It added grand companies, class adjustments, instance dungeons, and auto-attack. Yes, would you believe this game still didn't have auto-attack? It featured a more user-friendly map interface and also scrapped the controversial fatigue system.
And so we need to take this concept that Yoshida-san has created, make it fit with the current world, write stories around it, make the transition seem seamless, And then in the new world, make it so that there's still some connection with that old world that will be understood by those core players, but won't alienate new players. It won't be something like, oh, you didn't play that old, the stuff in 1.0, so you're going to be completely lost. Because we don't want to do that either. We want to get new players to come that didn't play the original one, and we don't want to have them have to play the original to understand this one.
They did that really well because there's lots of spaces where, like, I was in game yesterday and they said this is where the old amphitheater used to be in Gridania or something like that. And I'm assuming from 1.0 that's originally where the amphitheater probably was. And so it's like they do more of a throwback, a nod, a nostalgia trip for cool stuff like that for the older players. And they don't make it so like you have to know exactly, like if you weren't there for 1.0 you missed out, you know what I mean? I think they transitioned it so well. The whole team that just did 1.0 to A Realm Reborn deserves everything, man.
And so trying to work the story that way was, it was challenging, but it was a lot of fun. We got to try a lot of things. We had a lot of freedom, then especially on the 1.x.
My bad, guys. All right.
Stuff because, in a sense, it would only be released, seen for a few months, and then it would be gone forever.
Yep.
And so, on one hand, that's really exciting because we can do whatever we want. We can create these crazy stories, have these crazy characters, all of these crazy in all these crazy situations, and go, balls to the wall. But on the other hand, we're working day and night on something that only a few thousand people are going to see and will be gone in 6 months.
Yep.
I really think, I look back at it now, I think we did a lot of our best work during that one point. And it's sad that no one is ever going to see that. Maybe, there's some videos up on YouTube where people can still go back and check them out. But
you can.
A lot of, some of the best stories, some of the most crazy stuff went on during that 1.x period because it was pretty much no holds barred. Anything can happen. We had like crazy cults and you had like, people from the Garlean Empire. There was like propaganda, giant dragons and machines. And it was just anything goes in type of situation there, and it was just really a lot of fun.
1.19 signified the 1-year anniversary. Players finally got personal chocobos, and in the distance, one light in the night sky burnt slightly brighter, a sign of things to come.
At the very first time, it was just some rumor between players. Oh, is it getting bigger? No, I don't think so.
This was also when Square Enix announced that an entirely new version of the game had been in development since.
Dude, man, I got goosebumps. That shit's cool, man. I don't care who you are, this shit is cool. Could you imagine being around back then? And like you're running a dungeon with your friend and you guys look up at the sky and you're like, yo, wasn't that red dot further away? And then like a week later you're doing another dungeon and you're like, you tell your friend, you're like, dude, bro, I know that dot's coming closer. I know that dot's coming closer. And then it comes to the end and it wipes out the entire planet and starts an entire new game. Dude, literally the best ending, best starting of an MMO ever. It's like, everybody needs to give this a shot, man.
January, and that current players would receive copies of it for free. They also announced that players' character data and progress would be transferred to this new version, what they were then calling version 2.0. A roadmap for patches was outlined, and it was announced that monthly fees would be reinstated as of January 2012. As an incentive for players to keep playing while the fees were introduced, they announced Legacy Campaign, which rewarded players who paid for at least 3 months of service with permanently reduced monthly fees. Those players would also get an exclusive Chocobo mount, while as a thank you for their support during the redevelopment, their names would be featured an exclusive Chocobo mount, while as a thank you for their support during the redevelopment, their names would be featured in the credits of the new game.
That's right.
2011年
Dude, I forgot they did that, man. Isn't it in it's just like I've seen the roll, the credit was on Reddit or something, and it just like scrolls a whole bunch of random ass names, and it's literally just everybody that was like still in the server or whatever, and it says that they all died in the calamity or something like that. Isn't that, dude? That's so cool, man.
10月14日にそのレルムリボーンっていう14を全く新しいゲームとして作り直してますっていう発表を同時にすることで、 どうなるこのままアップデートしていくんじゃないの一体どうなるのこの先楽しかったですよ
Dude, you know it was.
1.2 was the final patch of 2011.
You know
it saw
it
the
was.
servers renamed, while the moon Dalamud now seemed larger in the sky.
Dude.
1.21 came in March 2012, introducing a new job system and 2 new dungeons. 1.22 followed in April. Dalamud grew closer, and now some players are beginning to have nightmares. Ominous dreams greet players who log into the game while at an inn. The community, all the while trying to figure this out, is the
Wait, what? Wait, what? They did this? And I missed this?
moon to log into, sir. And now some players are.
What? Like actual, like you just log in and you get something like this? What the fuck, dude? And they've already updated the moon 3 times. So you know with your friends, dude, you know, man, it's just so cool.
Beginning to have nightmares. Ominous dreams greet players who log into the game while at an inn. The community, all the while trying to figure this out. Is the moon going to destroy the world? Then how will player data be saved in 2.0? They wouldn't have to wait long for answers. That summer, a trailer revealed that 2.0 would be titled A Realm Reborn, and Yoshida-san conducted numerous interviews explaining the future of the game and the features players can expect.
Yeah, baby.
On September 12, 2012, the final patch for 1.0 was released. The game updates to 1.23b, and with it comes an enormous Dalamud, its mechanical outer shell now in full view. Players now realizing that this world didn't have long left.
No.
On November 1st, 2012, a final in-game battle began. Square Enix made entry free for the final week of the game, while a haunting song can be heard playing on the wind across the entire realm. While the server struggled to deal with the load, players got together with their friends one.
Dude, and that song is so fucking... Alright, dude, that... it's literally... Go look up this event. Go look up the end of 1.0 and watch this video, and the way that, like, it's just like, there's no music. It's just like creepy, eerie silence. And then, hello, is this even working? Okay. And then this, like, Halloween girl singing in the background, which everybody knows from A Realm Reborn's trailer or whatever, the opening cutscene. Yeah, and it just plays that song with, like, thunder and... Dude, if I could have just been there for this, it would have been so amazing. I'm so upset with myself that I missed it.
One last time, as the development team in Japan spammed enemies outside capital cities. One group of players outside of Golda has become legendary, attempting to protect the city with what we now call the Great Gobu Wall.
What?
Right before Dalmud hit Elzir, we had to do some chaotic situation to the existing world. So what we decided to do is to spawn the strong enemies at the near the main cities. Even when I popped the very strong, Manticore or the mobile or the giant monsters, players kill instantly. Right. Yeah, instantly. Yeah, just snap. So, oh Jesus. So you killed my monster again. So what we can do is just keep spawning the lots of monsters, and then in very late night when I was doing, keep spawning the monsters, the one programmer just, I've never talked to him before, but just coming down to my desk and then just give me a bit of paper with some numbers, which numbers I can understand. This is the number of the certain monster. Okay. I can type in so that, then I can spawn a very new, stronger monsters. Right. Oh, thank you very much. It's a program. So that was a very fun moment.
Yeah.
You're like playing God.
Yeah.
At first, I felt like God. Hey, players, can you beat my monsters? But no. I was very weak God.
They were God.
Yeah,
that's right.
God.
So it was then,
dude,
on
that's
Sunday,
so
November
cool.
11th, 2012, just over a year after Final Fantasy XIV was originally launched, with Dalamud hanging in the sky, that the servers were finally turned off. And as they did, a trailer dropped, showing players what was to become of their old home.
Woo. Alright, man, when I tell you I have watched that fucking cutscene right there over probably 150 times. I've watched that cutscene probably over 150 times. Dude, it's so good, man. And the song and my dude.
Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, you had something that not a lot of people liked, and everyone wanted to forget about it. So rather than, you know, just taking that and doing it over, and just reimagining it, why not destroy that and start over? If we leave too much of that original core there, then it will just linger on as that kind of cancer that, you know, will always bring us back to that failure. Why not just clean the slate? But on the other hand, and this is where, you know, things kind of got complicated, is that, you know, no matter how bad the reviews were and how many people bought the game but then left the game, there was still this core of players in both Japan and, you know, Europe, North America, that were passionate about the game. In the state that it was, they were passionate about the game. They were passionate about the series and their characters that they had created and were now living in this MMO. And so, you know, it would have been easy to just say, okay, bye guys, you know. But if you do that, then you've basically alienated the only group that stuck with you, you know, for all of those years. When everyone else is slamming the game and talking about how bad it is, I mean, those guys were troopers. They would go on the forums. They were defending, you know, the development team when you know, a lot of times we didn't deserve defending. So that idea to wipe the slate clean, but not make it something completely new, make it something that was connected in some way to that, to, you know, the old game. The decision made by Yoshida-san to, okay, let's, you know, bring down Dalamud, destroy the planet, destroy the realm, but then bring it back. Figuring out a way to make that happen within the current story.
While he was updating the other game, a game that's just not even playable now. He was updating it just for the players that were there. This guy's a freaking gaming god. He's the gaming Jesus. We should all kiss his feet, dude.
Make it feel natural. Make it feel like that was always the plan. Was the biggest challenge, I think.
Dude.
The team at Square Enix had worked themselves to the bone, not only recreating Final Fantasy XIV in A Realm Reborn, but also by dedicating time and money to ensuring that 1.0 players felt part of that story. The moon, Dalamud, had crashed into the world of Eorzea. That world was gone forever. Only one question remained. What was going to rise out of its ashes?
Alright, man. That was hella dope. What the fuck, dude? Why is this in here? It's like such a great documentary, and then we get this fucking shit. Oh my god, dude. That's so stupid, dude. Why would you even do that? Oh, that's funny shit, though. Oh, jeez. Jeezy Louise, my Papa Cheesy. Alright, let's hop in some Final Fantasy. Let's play some Final Fantasy, finally. Let's finally play some Final Fantasy. Let's finally play. Let's finally play. Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. I need that second authentication, I do. I need that second authentication, I do. Momo, hey! What is up? How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing good today. I'm doing really well today. We just watched this friggin' mind-blowing documentary, part 2, out of 3. And yeah, it was crazy. I did not know a lot of stuff about Final Fantasy XIV 1.0. Let's just say I was ignorant to the knowledge. And there's a bunch of cool stuff that happened, man. Yoshi is a godsend of a game producer. The world is currently full. The world is currently full. The world's always currently full, no matter what world you're in. You played 1.0, dude. I want to play 1.0. I want to play. Make that a little bigger. There you go. A little smaller. I wanted to play 1.0. I heard it was absolutely horrible. I mean, even the documentary that I was just watching, they pretty much just called it like poop the entire time. But I would have just liked to have been there for it. Like Dalamud crashing, and I don't know, man. It would have just been epic. Epic. My brother played a lot of 11 though, and he got pretty far in it. And I've heard 14 compared to 11 very, very often. Even like just in the documentary, they talked about it a lot. That they pretty much just wanted to make a Final Fantasy 11.2, you know what I mean? Part 2. So a lot of it was clunky and stuff. Sadly, I didn't come until 2.2. That's still really early in. Still very early in. Is this Class Quest? Yes, that's Class Quest. 35, so what's my... Okay, we're at 23. We still need to work on this story. We are 35 in a 23 story. 2.2 is really early though. I wish I was around back then. I wish I was around period around this time. Man, I missed this game for too long. Much too long. And then when I started playing, it was actually on the PS4, and so it was like amazing because I didn't have a computer at the time, so this is really like the only MMO I could play. Man. Wait, I gotta go back here anyway. Well, I was gonna do something else. What was I gonna do over here? What was I gonna do? Can't remember. Okay, let's just go ahead and play here then, I guess, and we'll pick up Class Quest while we're there. There's been so many good changes to the game. I'm glad they listened to the players. Ooh, that looks really big. Like, huge big. So many good changes to the game. I'm glad they listen to players. I think that Yoshi is... After watching this documentary, I mean, I've always heard everybody praise Yoshi as like this amazing, this amazing game producer and blah 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 blah, and the blah 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 is what he needs to get the recognition for, because man was he good. He's such a good guy, man. I can't believe some of the changes they've made to this game. Holy cow. Like the fact that they were working on 2 games at the same time just to appease his old fans that were part of 1.0. Like he pretty much almost built half of a game again on the old game, not to even reincorporate it into the new version of Realm Reborn at all. It's just crazy to me, man. It's just crazy to me. Okay, we need to grab Class Quest. Let's go this way. This way. You know, I probably shouldn't grab that because I'll forget the story. And we can tell you back here anytime, so we'll come back later. We'll be back later. Oh, I could have just took a chocobo. I didn't even have to do anything. Level 30. stuff's actually becoming my level. What? Hopefully he can work some magic on 16 too. Whenever I saw the 16 trailer and I saw a bunch of the characters, I wish they could have been a little more polished. But some of the NPCs looked like they were like straight out of 14. And I immediately knew it was his team working on it, so I was really excited. But it definitely needs some polishing from the trailer, because that's supposed to be like PS5, man. Hopefully we can. I think 14's got good graphics, don't get me wrong, but I think it could be overhauled to a very massive extent if it's not going to be an MMO and just a single player experience. You know what I mean? You can fit a lot more in a single player experience than you can something where you have to have hundreds of people working together in the same server. So, all right, what was this quest? Shoot. Oops. Can I pull it out? Nope. Okay, can you not say I'm on patrol? Be gone. If you have business with the whalers, take it to the barracks. Barracks. Did I leave like mid-quest? Did I? I guess I had finished a part of the quest. I guess I encountered him once and then left. I don't even remember doing that. And of course, he's just gonna run. No, I'm here now. No, not long now. I think patrol routes and rations would fetch such a price. No more than I deserve, though. 'Tis little wonder the Empire has risen to such heights. If only the whalers paid their worth. What did you... How long have you... Help! Please, come quick, my friends. It is I, Laurentius. I am under attack. What? Yeah. That's not good. This is not good. This is not good. He's looking Garlean to me. He's looking very Garlean. Yeah, your friends. You got one guy who came to your help. How did you... You just... I know nothing. I was on patrol. He just appeared. I thought you were working for the Garleans. Okay, dude. Okay, man. Okay, yeah. Just... No. You run away. Yeah. Get out of here. I thought you were working with them. This guy. Ultimate deflection. Help me, Garlean friends. They die. Oh, why are they here with you? Hello, Mr. Random Guy. I am but a simple minstrel, but once I served the god's quiver, my days are now measured by stanza and verse. It has been long years since I last set foot within the Twelveswood, yet I can no longer ignore fate's insistent pull, and so I shall abide here for a time until certain matters are laid to rest. Certain matters are laid to rest. That sounds very suspicious. I think he's hunting somebody out here. Man, look at this guy. Really? Oh, this guy. Level 27, jeez. I really need to catch up. How long do you mean to keep this up? What is it you imagine I've done? Enough! Enough, I say! Ah, my bad. It's over then. Hi, I sold maps and rations to the Empire. It was I. I meant no harm. I only wanted the coin. The whalers are good, strong. I was proud to join their ranks. I am proud, but they do not provide. They preach justice, honor, duty, but in the end, it is those with money who do as they will, who live as they will. This is the way of life, everybody. Very, very true. Very, very true. If you got money, you can pretty much do whatever you want to, if you got enough of it. So I sought an opportunity to change my fortunes and took it. All I've done for money. Endangered myself, my home, everything, and everyone I love. Why, my actions have put your life in danger too. I mean, you know. Laughs about it. Stone 2, Stone 2, Stone 2, Stone 2, arrow, arrow. Though you do not realize how much. Bloody idiot. Did you imagine that you had cornered me? 'Tis not I who is cornered, 'tis you. Garleans, I've brought the here, bitch. Hey, dude. Dropping the fat B? Sheesh. Oh, you got 3 boyos this time. I'm so scared. Omit me a question, if you will. Are all adventurers so deluded as to believe they can challenge the power of Garlemald? Garlemald? You would need a veritable mountain of guilds upon such an endeavor. Such is the cost of fighting great power, or of making it, or of remaking it, as we will Gredania. Ching, ching, ching. That's good, good synchronization. So that's the way of it. Swapped your hard bunk at the barracks for a featherbed in Garlemald, did ye? Did ye? You there, here. You stand here, old Busk's wish, no? Then you don't stand alone. I don't need any of you guys. This is easy, easy. Turn that volume down a little bit. Hey, dude. AoE's for everybody. Cool. Literally nothing. Oh wait, I gotta. There's gonna be 14 waves of reinforcements. I forget. There's plenty. Decurion. I'm guessing this is the healer boy. Guessing. Do I have to heal anybody? I hope not. Jeez, they're all on me. Die, fiend! What's that? Oh, we got reinforcements too. Woo! What's up? Kicking butt, taking names, my friends. Bash this guy down for a second. Oh, who's healing? The fuck? Just randomly gets heals. Going with the paladin over here. That's a very cheesy way to make sure you take care of the ads. We're just gonna keep spamming cure. Oh my god. Can I get this guy? If you cast Cure one more time, breaking limits as only a true warrior of light could? What? I need to move these buffs somewhere else. I don't like them up there. I had like 1300 mana. Whoops. Impossible! How did you best the Empire's finest? I spit a little there. And with bandits and poachers at your side, they're your sworn enemies. Why do they fight with you, not against you? Ah, but I know the answer only too well. Uskerun. This is his doing. His words are wont to inspire men to act. Better men than I. Gods, what have I become? What have I done? Is this like a little bone spear? What is this, bone? My dude, you don't even got metal. It will snap against my cloth. I'm sorry. No more will I pursue this folly. No more lies. No more bribes. I will go to the Order of the Twin Adder and confess my crimes. There is something I would like you to tell Buskrun. Tell him Laurentius, the fool, says thank you. I feel as though a veil has been lifted from before my eyes. Look at this guy, man. Get out of here. You need some yes greens. Gasol. Clearing the hive. Wait, what? What was the other one? See, it's still there, right? No, it's breaching the hives. You gotta do all the hives, I guess. What is it actually? Hold on, because I might go do it. Clearing the hive, defending the hive, or keeping the hive. Everyone but the breaching one that's on there right now. Ah. Back to the dreaders. Back to the dreaders. I need to run my roulette thingy too. And get my storm seals. I don't even know if I need those, but I'm trying to get them. I wonder if there's a limit on how is there. Then we have a currency tab, don't we? Currency. You do have a limit. You don't have no limit on Gil. 10,000 company seals. How much do you get from a duty? 1,400, 1,500, about 1,800. 1,800. So I can probably do tomorrow too, and that'll be it. What's a venture? Venture. Battle other tribal. Okay, I guess we'll see. Where are you at, my friend? My friend? Ah, yes. The good old let me, been a long day, my friend. Your stock never seems to change. How old is this fucking food? God damn, dude. All these bottles just out. Like, are these all empty? What is this? Why are there just so many bottles just sitting around? This alehouse wench needs to get to work. Get to work, wench! What is this girl do? What are you doing? Oh my god, she's sitting there. She's gonna sell me stuff. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I actually need some stuff though. I've only got level 1 food. Let's get some level 20 food. What do I even want? What do I want? Mind or intelligence? Attack magic potency when healer and affects magic potency. Magic potency. Okay, so I want to stack mind. Right? Stack mind. Piety, no. Spell seed, vit, I don't even know if this stuff is worth it, if it even does anything. What does this mean? Max 6. Max 4. Maybe it can only give a maximum of 6 tenacity. If it, no matter how much plus 7% is. What is tenacity? Amount of physical and magical damage dealt and received. HP restored. The more HP restored. So that also affects... Wait, what? HP restored. So does that affect... healing power? The more HP restored, that's what it sounds like to me, affects the amount of damage dealt by both physical and magic attacks, as well as the amount of HP restored by healing spells. Okay, so we want determination. Crit's a crit. We know what a crit is. Skill speed. Spell speed. Weapon skills and auto attacks. Okay, so we want spell speed, obviously. Piety is spirit. Okay, so we want piety, determination, and mind. And spell speed. Piety, determination, mind, and spell speed. That's the only things we should be looking for as a white mage. So, let's see. Determination is good, but control, what are all these? They have no caster stuff? Skill speed? Piety, that's regeneration. And spell speed, that's probably gonna be my best. What does my other stuff even do? There's spell speed, direct hit, I'd rather have regeneration. These probably don't even freaking do anything, but you know what, dude, okay. Taking so much time just to do this, but it's cool, dude. We're gonna get this one right here. Grape juice. How much is it? 31. How much is, say, like 80? 1,800? About 20. There you go. For Gucci. Hold on, actually. First off, you need to get back to work. Let me just go ahead and say that. Baby bun? Baby bun minion. What is baby bun? Minion guide. He's cute. Minion roulette, that's great. I like that. I've got 2! We're moving up in the world. What is this? Oh yeah. Get a cane. Can I use it? Nope. Salt, please. This can replace that. Spell speed, those balls. What is balls? Okay. Alright, Dapper Dan. Until Buskarun. Oh, my back. It's broken. I, Laurentius, confessed to his crimes. I just had word from the Twin Adler. It seems he marched straight into the nest and gave himself up. The lad's had quite a life, you know. His mother was killed by a brigand when he was only small. A wee lad, he says. As a young man, he joined the Whalers, helping to spare his fellow Gridanians the misery he'd known growing up. We're just mixing up accents. Trouble is, protecting Gridania's too big a job for one man, and he came to believe that he couldn't make a difference, that it was hopeless. There are few things more dangerous than desperation, and a man lost in the dark is easily... There are few things more dangerous than desperation, and a man lost in the dark is easily drawn to the glimmer of coin. I reckon he thought that if he couldn't change the lot of his fellow man, he might as well change his own. Yeah, great logic. The thing is, he was making a difference, just not on his own. Somehow, he'd failed to grasp one simple truth, that those things we cannot do alone, we must do together. You think he asked you to thank me, did he? And there's some good in him yet. I just hope them... I just hope them at the Adder's Nest are able to see it. What he's done ain't easy to forgive, but I'd like to think he'd be afforded a chance to make amends. But let us leave fates to the 12. I have other news for you, Mako. The Sylph Elder has been found. About time. Ugh. My tongue is tied today. Yeah, mine's way better, dude. Okay? Get him one. Womp, womp, womp. Buskarun into the beast's maw. Buskarun? How do you pronounce that? Buskarun? Buskar? Bhaskaran. That's a. If I pronounce it out, that's how it sounds to me. Bhaskaran. Bhaskar. I don't know, dude. Regarding the whereabouts of the Sylph Elder, about friggin' time. It's taken us a fair old while, but we finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. His name is Frixio, and he is the eldest amongst the Sylphs of Little Solace. Long has he represented his kind in dialogue with the Kadans. Yes, he's like a bridge between us and them, a small, leafy, green bridge that we can't find at the moment. And bridges are no use if you don't know where they are. That's why it's so important that we find him. It's an abandoned dungeon called 1,000 Maws of Totorak, here in the South Shroud. 'Twas by the entrance to the place that Frixio was seen, and not long ago neither. If you hurry, I reckon you'll find him. Walking ones, please help this one. This one needs help. Needs help to help Elder One. Poor Frixio. Poor Frixio. Whoa. Hold your chocobos there, partner. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong, nice and slow. Elder One went into Totorak, but has not returned. This one is worried, so very, very worried. And you're right to be. The place fair crawls with nasties waiting to make a meal of anyone daft enough to wander in. What in the seven hells was he thinking, entering the bloody death trap? Elder One had no choice. Imperial ones were chasing Elder One. Please, walking ones must help Elder One. Help Elder One. The fates conspire against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but Frixio is our best hope of reaching an accord with the Sylphs. Were we to lose him, all of our efforts thus far will have been for naught. I will tend to her wounds. Ida, make haste to the Adder's Nest and request assistance. Understood. And you, Mako, go to the place yourself. Go to the 1,000 Miles of Totorak and see that Frixio comes to no harm. Peace between man and self rest upon your success. Of course. So apparently George got home early. He is here right now. It's only 12:30. It's kind of weird. What is today? Like Wednesday? Heck. Anyways, he's here early, so we're gonna go ahead and post back up at our other spot. Heli back out here. You know why? Because we gotta log out in the same spot every time. That's how I've always done it, okay? In these types of games. What the heck, where am I going? I didn't even remember what button sprint was either. Oh, come on. I always make it first time. There you go. We're right about here. Gotta make sure that... What was I typing? Ground? Make sure you're not sitting off. Look, perfect, dude. Nice. Perfection. We'll be back in about an hour, boyos. We'll be doing 1,000 Walls of Totorak and finding out where Frixio is. Stay tuned for the next part. I will see you guys then. Peace out.